Welcome back to Watercolor Wednesday. Today is all about layering. I got a little puddle. I put in some red, added some extra water so that it's kind of light. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick a shape and we're going to very lightly, with a lot of water, make that shape. We're going to kind of start big and work smaller. I'm going to do a square this time. I hate to give circles the only time. I'll try to get some triangles in there too. Okay, so I'm going to make just a square with my light wash of this red. And so the other day when we were practicing using our brush, we did this. So you're taking a very light touch. Make sure you have plenty of water. And drag it along to make your shape. Now, that was starting to look like it might have some differences, but because it was still wet, it had not dried yet, you're able to go over that and show just an even, clean wash. If that part had dried, it would be a little bit harder. It's still doable, but it just might have been a little bit more challenging to even the color out. And this is why I wasn't going to choose the squares, because now I'm getting obsessed about the fact that it's not really a square. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. While it's drying, I'm going to go ahead and add some more pigment to my puddle. Make it a little bit darker. I'm going to add more water because I know, because I'm doing a layered wash, that I'm also going to need it to be wet. Now that my pseudo square is dry, you can kind of tell that the pigment has lightened as it dries. That's normal. That's what watercolor does. So now I've got my puddle that's a little darker. I'm going to make another square, but I'm going to make it smaller so that you can see the layering. This time I think I'm going to go straight down to try to make the edges first. And then do my same technique of gently swiping my color across, trying to keep it light and even, getting a little scratchy, so I'm going to add a little bit of water to my puddle. Keep pulling that color until I've got an even wash all over this square. Okay, and then we're going to let that dry and go back to our pigment, and we're going to thicken up our paint, probably add a little bit more water to it again, but then add more pigment to go with it. All right, now that our next layer is dry and we've got our deeper shade of red, pink, it's definitely drying more pink, I'm going to make another square a little bit smaller than the one we just did. We're going to make another square. It's looking more like a rectangle, but a little bit smaller. All right, we're gonna make another small rectangle. You can see that as we get deeper into the square, it looks more and more like red because we're adding pigment to the puddle, but it is layering on top of the ones that were previously there. And so there's one way to make different layers when you're watercolor painting by starting light and getting darker as you go. You can build on those, adding different colors. We chose to do it in one color, or I did. If you want to do different colors, just remember, start light. You want to do a rainbow effect and start with yellow, orange, red, green, blue, violet. You can try that, and then you would be able to see how those colors change when they're laid on top of each other. That might be a cool effect. Maybe we'll try that ourselves. Anyway, I hope you try this. I hope you enjoy it, and keep painting.